Alright, something a little different here today. Can't work on an engine because I'm waiting for parts. And until I do that, I got something here I wanted to fix. Not that it's broke, just I want to modify it a little bit. You guys are looking at it, you're probably saying, what the heck is that? Well, it's a spray can shaker. You know, I use a lot of spray cans here. And I picked this up to shake them. And it works good. It's a good machine. It's well built. And you hook your screwdriver, your screw gun up to it, and stick it in this little hole back here and spin it. And you gotta, I usually spin it for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it works good. And that's where the problem lies. You have this little, excuse me, this little, looks like 1/4 inch Allen head here, and that just goes in here, and your screw gun goes on the other side, and it spins it, and it works good. Like I said, I usually spin this for 2-3 minutes sometimes on each can, and it doesn't seem like much, but when you're standing there with a screw gun for 2 minutes, it's like an eternity, especially when you got 4 or 5 cans you want to shake. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to try and motorize this, and what I did is I picked up this little tiny gear motor. Let me see if I can get a lot of glare in this garage, huh? Maybe you guys can see the numbers if you want that. I'll try and get the numbers for all this stuff that I'm going to put on here, and leave in the description. But anyway, these are good little gear motors. They got a lot of torque, and I wanted one that didn't go too fast, and I picked this one up, and this one's only good for 550 RPM. And you can actually regulate them if you want. You can make them go slower, but you can't make them go faster. But they do sell them. If you want one that goes like 1500 RPM, they sell them. But anyway, I wanted to hook this up so I could just set it and forget it, you know, like Ron Popeil. And I picked this up, this little circuit board, and it's a countdown timer, you know, so I could set it for 2 minutes, let it do its thing, and then it would shut itself off. And I was going to put one of these on there. This is like a governor for the motor, or a speed controller. I got 2 of them here, and I'm not going to do it because I want it to spin at about 550 RPM, which is fine. So what I got to do is try and devise some kind of concoction here to make this. I don't even know what size that is. It's a little smaller than a 1/4 inch, but anyway, to fit inside there and mount that to spin it. So let me figure out what we can do there, and maybe we'll make something. So let me think it over, and we'll be right back. Alright, here's what I came up with. I got a piece of 1/2 inch stock here, round stock, and what I plan on doing is this here is just a standard, looks like a 5/16/18 cap screw, Allen head cap screw, and it looks to be maybe a 1/2 inch long, and that's all it is. That's the only thing that spins that little contraption. So what I was going to do is this is about a 1/2 inch, maybe 5/16, and then the screw there is about another 1/2 inch. So I'm thinking if I get maybe an inch and a quarter of this stock here, and drill a hole in it, whatever size that is, and then thread the end of it, put 5/16 18 thread on the end of it, I can just mount that motor directly to that, and then we can worry about how to mount it, you know, put something underneath it, and then just hook up the countdown timer. So I'm going to go over to the lathe, and I probably won't show you any of this because all I'm going to do is drill a hole in it and put a thread on it, and that's it. So I'll make that and then come back and show you what we got. But before we do any of that, before I disassemble anything, I'm going to put this in a vise and show you how it works. You guys will like it. Alright, I'm over at the vise here, and it's got these little feet on the bottom, and they're long enough to fit right into the vise, and it holds itself on the little tabs. Or you could probably mount this on a piece of wood and do whatever you want with that. But anyway, you got this hose clamp up here with a thumb screw on it, And you get your can of paint, just stick it in there and tighten it up. You really don't have to tighten it too much. Not enough to crush the can, just enough to hold it, you know. That's it right there. It don't even feel tight, but it is. So let me get the screw gun and I'll show you how that works. Alright, like I said before, all you have back here is a piece of 1/4 inch hex stock, and I'm having trouble with focusing. You know, it's all this shiny stuff. It's tough on the camera. But anyway, yeah, this piece of stock is just held on here with a magnet, and only a matter of time before we lose that, so the new setup will be a lot better. Alright, put our little hex stock in our screw gun here, and this is all tightened up, and there you go. I got it on low, let me see that. But you don't want to go too fast. And I think on low this thing does about 500 RPM, maybe 500-600, but it does a nice job. It shakes it up real good. And I don't know if you can hear it, but you can actually hear the ball inside shaking. There you go. It just fell. I mean, you can make it go faster, but you really don't need to. You know, all that's going to do is wear out your little machine there. So, so like I said, that engine there, that little motor, that gear motor, does 550 RPM, and that's all you want. You know, you let that go for 2-3 minutes or longer, and you should be fine. So let's take this apart and we'll see what we can do. Alright, let me see what we got here. Get my little waist there. Oh man. Oh, put that in there so tight. Now here's the piece I made. What I was just doing was I was flattening both ends of the round stock there so I could fit a wrench on there. And it fits pretty good because I'll need some way to hold this. I also put a set screw to the side there so it would gonna screw it to the flat on that round piece there. So let's see how we did here. Alright, like I say, here's the piece we made. Oh, it is a piece of 1/2 inch round stock, and I forgot what size that was. I think it might have been a 5/32. And then the threads here were a 5/18. And that's what this Allen screw was, cap screw. Now let me sit down here, show you what we got going on here. Alright, so this should be able to fit right on here. Line it up with that. Oh, here we go. Put that nut on there so I can tap it on a little further. Let me get a little hammer. Won't go away. Get a little baby hammer here. It's a nice tight fit. That's what I want. Not tight enough that it won't work though. You know what? I think my Allen screw's messing me up. Let me get my Allen wrenches. Oh, here they are. They are right here. Road King working against himself. You don't need no hammer, just need to loosen that screw. There we go. Hope we didn't damage it. I hate to have to make that again. Look at that. There we go. We only had eyes now. Oh, Road King. Alright, so we tighten that up. Don't have to be that tight. Alright, now fit this in our little machine here. Get it out of the way. Put our screw on there. So far so good. Working out better than I thought. Alright. Tighten it. Alright. good. See that? The file is your friend. Remember that. Alright, we got our little engine mounted on there. And we're liking it. So, this ain't going to be pretty, what I'm going to do. I'm just going to mount it. It's going to be functional. I'm going to mount it on a piece of wood. And mount this little thing on next to it. And call it good. Alright, let me find something to mount that on. Alright. I found a dirty old 2x4 here, and that's all I need. So I'm going to screw that in there. And then just mount this to the side. That way you can either put it in a vise or clamp it down to a table outside or something. You know, you have enough meat to do it, but I don't need all this over here, so I'm going to just cut a little, looks like maybe an 8-inch piece off of there. Alright, cut that off and we'll continue on. We'll start wiring it up. Alright, let's see where we're at here. I cut a little piece of wood here. I don't know what size that is. It's not 1/2 inch, not 3/4. It's like in between 5/8 and 3/4. But anyway, it feels like it might be oak or something hard. But anyway, I'm going to put that under here. And then I need a little spacer. It's a piece of a paint stick. And that seems to be about right where that'll support that. And made a little hose clamp here, sort of a little clamp. Fit on top here, and then we'll just screw it in place. And that'll stabilize the motor. Then we'll hook up our little control box. You know what? I think I'm going to hot glue this in place because everything's got paint on it and stuff, and wood glue wouldn't really do any good. So we're going to hot glue it in place just for speed. Alright, got this all secured here, and that's tight as we want. I think I'll be okay. Now I'm going to mount this little thing here. I would like to mount it in a box just to protect it, you know, but for now I don't have anything, so I'm just going to mount it to the wood. I'm going to use these, I'm going to put nuts under there. I already pre-drilled some holes here. And I'm going to put some nuts under here just to stand it off so I don't over tighten the fiber here. You know, the circuit board. So you screw this in here, and there's a hole under there somewhere. Alright, I'm going to screw that on there, and then we'll turn these back on. Alright. What's left is wiring it up here, and it's not much to it. I don't know if you can see right here, but this is ground 12 volts, and then you jump over to here and you ground one of these, and then you send one over to your power source here, your motor. Yeah, I'm going to use a wall wart for a power source, a little 12 volt wall wart with a connector on the end, and I'm going to hook this pigtail up to here. So let's wire it up, and then we'll give it a smoke test. Alright, I hooked it up. I think we got it hooked up right. This here, like I say, this is positive, this is negative. And then they just jump the positive over to here, and this just interrupts the circuit when your timer goes down. So, alright, let's go over to the vise and we'll give it a smoke test. Alright, I got just set up in a vise here, so let's put a can in here. Like I said before, you don't have to tighten this all that much. There we go, that ain't going nowhere. And we got our wall wart here. We'll plug it in here. And I think I got an outlet up here. There we go. Oh look, I don't know if you can see that, but we lit up here. Let me take this off the tripod here, and we'll see how she goes. Hold on. Hold on, it's going to be rocky. Hold on. Alright, whoa. Whoa. Alright. Looks like it says, I don't know how that's showing up on camera there, but looks really good in the light here. But you got a plus here, There we go. That's a little better. Looks like you can, that'd be 15 minutes. You could do it one at a time, or you could just hold your finger on it and it'll speed up and then go even faster. Look at that, 90 minutes. We can go backwards. And then it really speeds up. Okay, so there's 1 minute, 2 minutes. Alright, for this test, let's just put it on 1 minute for you. And then you got a button here, you got the on off button here. Okay, see how she goes. There's a little dot that flashes too, and the dot is seconds. The little dot there. It's also got the light. You can speed through this for a minute if you don't feel like watching for a minute. Probably down to a half minute by now. You can hear the ball when you're rattling, so you know it's doing something. There you go. 0, 0, 0. It shut itself off. And that's what we wanted. You know what's nice about this setup here? I could put it on its side if you want to mix it on its side. Let me try that. Alright. I just tilted it over sideways. Some guys like to shake it that way. And, to me it doesn't matter. Let's give it a whirl. Doesn't sound like you get much ball action. There you go, I can hear it now. Yeah, it's messing up the focus on the camera. There we go. That was pretty good. Alright. We take it over to the bench now. We'll see you over there and we'll end this video. Alright. I'm happy with that. You know, there's hundreds of videos on making paint shakers, spray can paint shakers. There's hundreds of them on the YouTube TV there, but you know, I like this one. I didn't have the time to build one, so I bought that one the way it was. I've been using that for about a year now, and I decided might as well just motorize it, and I'm happy with the turnout. So, you know, they're even different kinds. They have cylinder kinds, you know, to spin it. And, you know, they all do the same thing. All you're doing is shaking a can, so. Alright. I hope you guys found that interesting or entertaining. Like I said, I had nothing else, so I'll go process this thing and try and get it up on the YouTube TV for you for the weekend. Alright, what do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright. I got it strapped to the table here, look. Alright. See you guys in the next one.